Hey, it's Scott McFarland outside the federal court in Alexandria, Virginia. Because no phones are allowed inside the courthouse or inside the courtroom, we have to run outside to give you updates on what really is, in its first hour, a pretty landmark, if not unprecedented hearing. James Comey, the former FBI director, Letitia James, the current New York Attorney General, together in one courtroom in this joint hearing are both trying to get their cases dismissed. Both arguing that the U.S. attorney in their case, Lindsay Halligan, whose office is right down the road, was unlawfully appointed. And because her name is the sole name initially on the case, that the case is collapsed and should be dismissed because she was unlawfully appointed. In the first set of arguments by the defense attorney for James Comey, they're arguing that Lindsay Halligan was the only prosecutor in the room with the grand jury before the grand jury handed up the indictment. Therefore, it's an unlawful appointment and the case should collapse. They're also saying that if you don't dismiss this case with prejudice, knocking it out, if you let the Department of Justice regroup and bring it back again, it would reward, not deter, unlawful behavior. And they're also noting that when the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, came in October 31st to ratify the case, to get her name on there as well, that was beyond the statute of limitations, the 5-year statute of limitations. They want the case dismissed. Letitia James's defense attorney, Abby Lowell, went next. He also argued that the Attorney General, or putting her name on this case after the fact, is not proper, that it undermines what's really the law of the land and the rules of the court. He's saying here that it was Halligan, when she presented this case to the grand jury, acting as a private citizen. He's arguing she wasn't the lawful U.S. attorney and that it's the equivalent of Steve Bannon or Elon Musk going into a grand jury, getting an indictment as a private citizen, and the Attorney General later ratifying it after the fact. The Department of Justice argues next it's Lindsay Halligan in the room, in the courtroom, but it'll be some other Department of Justice employee or attorney making the case. More updates as we get them here in Alexandria.